Okay. Everything's working. Interesting. Okay, dokily. Let's screw off on to the race.
Welcome along then to what promises to be another fascinating Spanish Grand Prix. A race which saw Max Verstappen win on his first ever appearance with the Red Bull team in 2016. This after the dramatic coming together of Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg on the first lap. Will we see more moments for the scrapbook here today? The Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya, a track that will certainly force the drivers to push themselves. It consists of a very impressive main straight going into turn 1. It's a straight that also offers a DRS zone, so it's likely to be a hot spot for overtakes.
Only hot spot for overtakes if I actually had a fast car. Pretty sure we had a poor qualifier for this anyway. Mr. Kimi Räikkönen.
After a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside.
Mercedes front line.
The rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Charles Leclerc and Sainz, Ricciardo, Gasly, Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel, Stroll, Giovinazzi, Ace and Raikkonen, Tsunoda, Norris.
Oh,
They'll
Norris
be
is behind
starting
us.
further back after an earlier grid penalty.
Oh.
Nicholas Latifi and Mick Schumacher, Ocon and George Russell ends our grid lineup. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Yes, we surely will.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Yikes. I don't particularly want. What do I do? What do I do? Because it is a one pit stop. Would love to use some softs, but I don't think we are going to be able to use softs. So I think we are best off starting the mediums. Alright, let's get to it. Chasing against Tsunoda, we're not going to go for that. See if we can get him on the outside. Dive down on the in. Stroll.
Check your
Bit of contact with Stroll. Bad run out of that corner. Terrible, terrible run. But we have made a couple of places. He's going a bit too aggressive and too deep into that corner. Him able to make a good really getting up in Stroll there for a second.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
I'd imagine we have damage to our front wing. But could also be the fact that we're on a medium compound, that's why the car's not wanting to turn as nicely. Getting a better run than Stroll out of that corner. Much better run there. He's going to try and block me. Can't block me on that side. And
Good job, nice overtake.
Oh, that was my line. Nice overtake. So Vettel is the last of the competitors or drivers that are on the mediums. And the rest are on softs. So we are going to struggle to
car in front is 1.5 seconds.
Get ahead of Alonso. Norris, our rival, is still sitting quite far in the backfield. He's getting stuck behind them. Can't really do too much out the back there. Meanwhile, I'm chasing down Vettel. And making silly mistakes on that corner and making another one. try and catch up before the midfield starts to split from the backfield. As we can already see, the two Ferraris and the McLaren have split off into their own group, and the two Mercedes and Red Bulls are on their own out the front there. By the looks of this is Vettel, Alonso and Pierre Gasly in this group here, and I'm happy to battle in this group, or this little pack of the race, and try not to push too hard, so I can try and hop on the rear end of Vettel. I'm pretty sure Vettel just got DRS. So, had a little bit of a mistake up at the chicane. Before the final corner, which forced me to lose a little bit of time to Vettel, but we'll see if we can't try and make some of that time back. Could be pushing some of these corners a little bit harder. But don't want to overdo it in the car just yet. Like that. You overdo it a bit too much and the car is not going to respond as nicely. Now, I'm pretty sure we do have damage to our front wing.
Okay, gap ahead is 1.7 seconds.
It doesn't like to show that on the MFD.
You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 per lap.
So we've broken off from Stroll. But the problem is Vettel's breaking off from us. And because he's in the DRS activation, and that's basically like a slipstream train, it's a getaway on these big straights here. So I've got to try and make as much time in these corners and big braking zones as I can. Brake as late as possible, risk locking my brakes and ruining my tyres. Just to make that little bit of a smidgen of time that could be used later on, and to just prevent how far he can get ahead. We are quicker than him in the first sector and the second sector, but when it comes to that third sector, it's a getaway train for him. A bit more in the... actually, it's the second sector, he's actually a lot faster. Only because of his DRS slipstream train that he's in. So we will need our front wing replaced. Because as you can see on the front right, It does have a slight bit of damage. We are struggling to make it out some of those high speed corners with enough pace.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
That's never good. So it's the internal combustion engine, and it looks like it's suffering a little bit. Because I'm off with quite a heavy foot. Can cause that component to wear quicker.
Teammate behind is 15.4 seconds.
Definitely making a lot of time on Vettel here. But will it be enough? It does not look like it will be. We're going to have to try next up, push a little bit harder. Tried something there and it didn't work. I definitely have to go to 5th. Just because my front wing is damaged. I don't know what's going on. For some reason my tyres are overheating. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Is 1.6 seconds. So I'd imagine we'll have to change our ICE component quite soon. And because he's slipstreaming off the soft tyre compound, he's basically being able to make a quick getaway. That sort of worked, pushing it a bit too hard, but so the problem with the soft compound is you have to come in now.
You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up.
And they'll have to make multiple pit stops. Those mediums won't last them the entire race. So they'll have to make a second pit stop, people who started on the softs. The mediums won't get them all the way there, so they'll probably be doing a 3 pit stop with doing a soft to medium, and then they'll be probably finishing on the softs. Good thing is now is we can really put the work into Vettel, because now he's nice and open. But we've got the problem of Verstappen coming right up behind us. So we've got to see how long we can defend him off for. Verstappen will get caught up by Bottas by the looks of things. Bottas is looking quite scary in that revision mirror. Oh, Bottas is screwing us over completely.
Okay, we've lost the...
Okay, so apparently I'm exceeding track limits now. Bottas is going to screw over our chase.
Be aware, we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Bottas has screwed over any chances of us being able to catch Vettel. Have to I don't know what's happened there. Let's okay, I don't know what's going on for some reason. Apparently I'm not getting DRS. Why am I not getting the DRS? I was within a second of him. This is bullshit now, I can't defend off Verstappen. Verstappen, dude, you can go faster. Yeah, I've still got a big question as to why I was not getting DRS, because I was 0.8 of a second behind. But I get DRS now. So, try and get...
You're catching the car ahead. We're leading our teammate by 25.8 seconds.
Oh, Perez going for a dive that he shouldn't have gone for. Mate, I was already into the corner. Bottas is now out of here. Got to try and keep with these two. Got to try and get this DRS on that straight, so we can at least try and have a chance of getting fifth. Oh god, this front wing's not helping. We do need it replaced. We did get DRS this time around, but it is not enough. Vettel's going for the defense against Verstappen, and Verstappen gets the move, but he went over. And they've padded too much for a square, and now oh, Jesus, can anyone just tell me why my front wing just wants to be doing that to me? Like, I had that. Look, I just drift straight out. And I'm putting minimum power in. So the car shouldn't, but it is. If that was any reviews, I think you all saw what was coming. I need this front wing fixed ASAP. Vettel having a lockup. I'm having many of those right now. Okay, for some reason my tyres keep locking quicker than I'm expecting them to. Let's test that. Yep, there we go, there's the lockup again. There's the lockup on my right, I'm in my left. So, obviously, there is something up that's causing my brakes to lock much quicker. And no, I do have ABS turned on. Because sometimes actually having your brakes lock up is a little bit easier. Can be more useful, but it does tear your tyres a lot quicker. Now, the problem is trying to defend off this Aston Martin once I overtake him. Come here, Vettel. I've got you now. Right up under his slipstream.
You're dropping a second a lap to
go wide. Come in. On the inside. Look at that. Absolute masterpiece. So let's see if we can't try and lose some time to this man. Oh, hello to the second viewer.
The gap to the car ahead is 4.4 seconds.
Hello, how are you? It's nice of you to join us. We're currently at Spain, trying to defend off Sebastian Vettel. And we're not having a lot of fun. Give him a little bit of a kiss. Oh. Oh, hello to you too, Maestro 2000. Oh, that was a silly mistake. Drag race and push him wide.
Nice move. Good job.
Hug it in. Car's getting a little bit choppy. Let's try and pull away. Through that corner, through that one. Through that one, and the rear wheels are going off their mind. Find the right button to turn off our ARS for now. Chuck it back on as we come out of the corner. And we've got Charles Leclerc coming up to try and steal what may be 5th. And we're off again for the spinning. Off he goes. Don't know where Charles Leclerc was hiding, but he was hiding somewhere. He's now managed to re-immerse himself back with the front of the grid. Full race update. Okay, don't give me a full race update. Come on, Jeff, you're meant to give me a full race update and you didn't even give me one. Full race update.
We're sat in 6th. Vettel is ahead of you. Less than a second separate you. They're on old mediums. Leclerc is behind you. The gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. The gap to the leader is 29.2 seconds. 6 laps until your pit window is open. 44 laps to go.
Ah, love that little mechanic. like the game mechanic, not the dude himself. Like, Jeff's great, but the mechanic to being able to speak. My tyres are having a bit of an issue right now. Leclerc is we're getting a bit desperate for this position. Because we do need to stay with Vettel because he has the same pit window.
Some information on Raikkonen. They seem to have an issue.
Kimi Raikkonen is... Oh no! Saving it just from the wall, only just. But we do have our next problem. Oh my lord, I don't know if anyone else viewed that. So, we had our problem of almost collecting the wall. And look at Leclerc. Where do we go, where do we go? And boom! That's just... And that will bring out the safety car. Unbelievable.
A new strategy is available on the MFD. Got that confirmed? Nick is coming in for his stop.
So we're definitely going to use this to come in and do our pits, get our tyres changed. Vettel will be doing the same. So I'm pretty sure the rest of the grid should be coming in. If not, Vettel's going straight into Hans. We're going to get into the softs as soon as that pit, like as soon as we come off the reset. So sitting 11th coming into this safety car. Big drop in places, but oh, we didn't get the front wing changed. Oh no. We'll need to get that changed next. So we've got Norris behind us. We've got to make sure when we come back out of this safety car, we've got to keep him defended and keep him below us. He is our championship rival, so we do need to keep him below us. Now, I don't know what I've just done now. I've just done something stupid. Allowing Norris to get past us. We can't allow that now, can we? So there's Vettel, Gasly, Tsunoda, and Ricciardo's just in front of Tsunoda. Oh, was not paying attention. I wasn't there, was it? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Check your MF.
No. This is going to be a long safety car if I keep doing mistakes. Come on, try and go to get this front right to really just warm back up. So we'll be much quicker than everyone else when we come off the line. We are on soft, so we'll be pretty much off and out. And I'm pretty sure everyone has to make another stop anyway. Full race update.
Currently P11, we're currently P11. Alonso is ahead of you. Less than a second separate you. They're on old mediums. Norris is behind you. The gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Our gap to first place is 4.4 seconds. You have 11 laps till your pit window opens. 40 laps to go now.
So most of these drivers are on old tyres, which could be a good thing for us. They didn't use this as their pit stop. Everyone's getting edgy. Wait for the leader. He's taking off. Using our era system. Try and break the slipstream off Norris. Catching Alonso, we've got much better tyre grip than him. the old dive down the move. That move has worked out for us. Now we're back on Vettel. Hopefully we can try and get in front of Vettel if we can. Much quicker tyre compound than him. Even though he did come in with us for a pit stop. Hards may outlast us, but we should be able to try and make some positions to buffer that out. Ricardo's having a moment. Full race update.
P6, we have P6. Gasly is ahead of you. Less than a second separate you. They're on old mediums. Alonso behind. Okay, the gap behind is 1.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. Okay, gap to leader, 6.1 seconds. Your pit window opens in 9 laps time. 38 laps to go.
So Norris is now back up alongside Alonso, which could be a bit threatening. We don't know exactly what's happened to Vettel, because we did only just overtake him not too long ago. So Gasly, by the looks of things, will be going into the pits this lap. No, we will not be. Which means we have a full run on him. He does have our inside, but we have the next inside corner. And we are now in front. Alright, time to try and make some space. So we can't get us in the next DRS zone. He is now actually under attack from Norris himself. Take that corner wider than we should be. He does have the DRS for this time around, but is it enough? It might not be enough. It is. We are making a quick getaway. We're not making time, but we are losing it. But we weren't able to make a nice little separational distance from him. And now we've got some nice breathing room from behind. And not having to worry about Gasly. Gasly should hold up Norris. And therefore leaving us to sit in 5th pretty comfortably. Sainz, by the looks of things, looking to be on the same strategy as me, as his teammate has fallen out of this race. Now these big braking distances are helping recharge the ERS system, allowing us to use a lot more of it during this race. But will it be able to overcome the DRS zones? So Gasly not being able to get the DRS this time around, which puts him in threat from Norris because Norris is within DRS capabilities of Gasly. And it is looking like Norris may be able to get him in within the next couple of laps if Gasly can't come up with something to get him off his tail. Oh, 3 viewers. That's our highest today. Well, welcome to all viewers that have recently just joined. We are currently at Spain. And around about halfway through the Spanish GP at Barcelona, at the Catalunya circuit. And we are racing for Team Haas. It's looking like Gasly is actually able to hold off Norris's attacks, which could leave us in a very safe position to continue in this race. Now, I don't know whether Norris is on old mediums or new mediums. We would like to hope that he's on old. That looks to be Perez up behind Norris. If you have a look on the map, you can see the other Red Bull is sitting up behind him. And we do know that Verstappen is actually up the front. It looks to be that we are making a little bit of time on the next 3. While we are on the sauce, I think we should most definitely try and push to catch them. Some may say it's a dumb idea, some may say it's a great idea. But I reckon if we start trying to work on trying to capture them. And we got the fastest Sector 3 in the race. Well, a personal best at the Sector 3. Now, we can't go full throttle through that corner yet because we don't have our front wing in full operation just yet. But we are pulling away from Gasly and Norris. But if Gasly does happen to lose that position, Norris will have some open air to chase after us. And that is the one thing that we all fear at this current time, and making mistakes like that will not help us. But if Gasly lets Norris pass him, it could be all over for us and trying to keep hold of 5th in the end. Next pit stop.
There's static over the radio. Say again.
Never mind. I'll just do the research myself. Lap 38 to 41. We are about 3 to 7 laps. No, 6 laps. 3 to 6 laps out from that next pit stop. We will be going on to the mediums. Which could make this a bit of a concern. Because I don't know how dangerous I am on these mediums compared to what Norris or Gasly are. But another top 10 finish, I will happily. But we are starting to notice that our... Oh, I can't even speak anymore. We are starting to notice the grip in the tyres are starting to wear. It doesn't have as much grip as what it used to. And this front wing is making the whole thing a whole kit and caboodle worth of danger. And Gasly has caught 5 seconds on us. Lewis Hamilton setting the fastest lap with 1 minute 23. I can't even set that lap. I'm only setting puny 1 minute 25s. Now this is where these softs do become the downside. We will have to change one of our components in our engine very soon. The IC is at 60%, it was at 55% towards the earlier part of this race. And now is at 60%. We do need to keep our eye on that and make sure that it doesn't overload and get too high. If it does, we will have to retire from the race. But if it can make it through this race, which it should hopefully, it should only gain another 15% during this race, maybe only 10, and could possibly only be another 5% that it could gather during this race. We will replace it after this race, before our next one. Which I think is where the fun stuff starts to begin. Pit strategy is now in action, and we will have to pit for our next little bit. We ended up doing a two-stop.
Mick in the pits.
In the end, due to the safety car, due to Charles Leclerc getting a little bit too groovy behind me, and decided that he had had enough of seeing the rear end of my car and decided to run it into the wall. After last race at Portugal, I think he's had enough of seeing the rear end of my car. So he ran it into the wall. And we have made a big mistake, going too hard into one of our corners. So we are going to go into the pits this lap. Sainz did come into the pits apparently as well. Oh my god. So as you can see, they didn't really change the front wing. Oh, set it to auto, not yes. And that's where our problem did start from. Not setting it to the correct one. And now we might pay a little bit because we now can't go our fastest. Alonso is now in the pits. We're going to take this as our opportunity to get past him. Of Sainz, Perez, and Norris and Gasly. The only problem is I'm pretty sure they're going into the pits this round. That is Perez, Gasly, that are going in. So that is two positions that we have made. Info on the car in front.
Say that again, we're having trouble receiving.
Oh my god. Car in front.
Signs ahead, gap to car in front is 14.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 1 lap old. The time last lap was a 1:22.7.
So you obviously made a pit stop recently. Oh. It's still talking about the signs here, isn't talking about Norris. I thought you were talking about Norris. There we go. There was the moment we've been waiting for. See that pit symbol next to Norris's name. And while he's in there, Antonio Giovinazzi is out of the race. And that looks to be maybe a crash. Did he spin it? He was having problems with his engine by the looks of that. It was. Now we've got to play keep away with Tsunoda. Norris only just coming out behind us. He is now under threat from Tsunoda, which could make this look like a concerning race for us. But we are sitting back in 5th, where we want to be for this race. Try and rack up some points. See if we can't try and catch Sainz. But now he's got some fresh air. It looks like he's going to be the hard one to catch. We will have to try and fend off Norris, and Tsunoda is now in. And Norris is no longer under threat. He is threatening us for our position. Another safety car would be nice. Another safety car, maybe lap 60 or 50. But we might not get that luxury. Norris is beaming up the straights right behind us. Bottas setting the fastest lap. Verstappen only just exiting the pits. And Norris has our DRS. Norris is making a little bit of a getaway. That DRS zone not doing anything to help us hold on. That may look like it is convincing, but is it enough for this straight? The answer is no. Trying too hard down that straight. having much better success with his downforce than me. Oh god, we are not being able to make any positions on this man. We might have to reconsider and settle for 6 this round. Big lock up for us. Which is putting us further and further behind Norris. His car is a lot quicker and has a lot more downforce than us. Us not being able to do an awful lot. Max Verstappen setting another fast lap. And our car is yet not enough. Trace Lando Norris down. We have now lost grip of Lando. He is now out. We no longer focus on trying to catch him, and we now need to focus on trying to keep our time away from Gasly. And trying to stop ourselves from getting another 7th place in this championship. We are being able to keep our time from Gasly to stop him from being able to catch up on us. But how many laps can we hold that out for? Being able to make half a second within that third sector on Gasly isn't too bad. And having a bit of our own moment over at the second corner. So, it looks to be, I can't remember if this is true, but I'm pretty sure Ricciardo is out of the session. Because I cannot see the other... What actually happened to Ricciardo? There's been 3 DNFs. We've had Antonio Giovinazzi, Leclerc, maybe Ricciardo was the other one. It is around about time that everyone's engine components are starting to have a bit of trouble. So what are ours looking like? So 34 on the NGU-H, the ES is at 14, CE, which is the combustion engine, is at 37%, the internal combustion engine is at 63, the MGU-K is at 37, the turbocharger is only at 37 and the gearbox is at 43. Now the gearbox is quite the most valuable component of this car. Without the gearbox, you can't win that race. Because if you can't get this car into first gear, yeah, we've got problems. If you want to check out the previous races to whether or not they have been staying on my channel on Twitch, to check out Bahrain, Imola and Portugal, do head on over to the YouTube channel, which should be linked on my profile on Twitch. And all the races for this championship will be up. As I say that, I run them off the track. So Norris is making quite the getaway on us. Sainz now 23 seconds ahead. Full race update.
We're sat in 6th. Norris is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 4.0 seconds. They're on old mediums. Gasly behind. Our gap behind is 4.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. The distance to the leader is 43.2 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
I don't know about you, but did anyone else catch the amount of laps left? Who am I racing?
The drivers we're fighting here are Norris and Gasly.
Thanks. What else can I...
Didn't catch that. Say again.
Fuel information.
There's 14 laps of fuel remaining.
Vehicle condition?
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
I can't remember all the other vocal lines that you can request.
Say again, you're breaking up.
Rival status.
They're in 5th. The gap is 5.2 seconds. The time last lap was a 1 minute 22.8.
So he's running a 1 minute 22.8. Uh-oh. That's never good. We are setting a faster lap time then, Norris. Rival status.
They're in 5th. The gap is 5.3 seconds. The time last lap was a 1:22.7.
Okay, maybe not. Teammate status.
Couldn't receive that. Repeat the message.
Teammate status.
Gap to teammate behind is 40.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in 16th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 24.8.
Hey, so he isn't dead last. He's fighting off someone. I don't know who. Fastest lap.
The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1:21.9.
Best lap overall.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
I said best lap overall and I get weather report. Best lap overall. Man's like, nah, dry conditions. Bro, don't yeah, whatever. Jeff, you got you just you can leave. You can leave the race now. I'll do this race on my own. There is only 10 laps left. And it looks like we might be able to hold on to 6 if we can possibly bring it through. We will get another race underway tonight. We'll have to go and have some dinner, but I will... charge up the tablet so I can keep an eye on the stream as we are doing. But yeah, couldn't even tell you where we are next. I'm just hoping it's not Monaco just yet. I'm not ready for it. Now, we are losing time to Gasly, so we might need to start pushing harder. I would like to get him back up to 5 seconds behind me, just so I feel safe and I can go back to just cruising. Bit of a hard one there. Oh Jesus. Traction control's just like, I'll let you off this entire race. I'm gonna screw you with it one more time. Just so happens to be on like literally the second last corner. And it goes to do it again. But I was like, nah, I already know what you're about to do. So it looks like Gasly's trying to spin himself off Perez, but Perez is just like his sleep paralysis demon. It's just like, nah, I'm not going away yet. And Gasly cannot get away from him. But I'm surprised that Gasly's able to hold off Perez like that. Like, that's nuts. The sister team Red Bull, the sister team of Red Bull, absolutely demolishing the other team. Like, Jesus. Sadly, Haas cannot do that to their Ferrari companions. Oh, so fun. My back hurts now. Oh no. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. That looks to be as if Vettel and Stroll are sticking together, keeping Tsunoda behind them. Down the bottom there. And it looks like Lewis Hamilton or Valtteri Bottas could be about to lap them, with Max Verstappen up behind them as well. My tablet's already come up with the whole battery is low. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. You'll be on charge in a second. Just gotta get full race update.
P6, we have P6. Norris ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 11.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. Gasly is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 3.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. The gap to the leader is 52.1 seconds. Your pit window is open. Pit window is open. 5 laps till the end.
There we go, 5 laps. He said it himself. Can anyone believe it? Because I certainly can't. Who knew Spain was going to turn out like this? And now to be more in Seoul. It looks like Bottas has just given up the lead. Okay, so now we're setting some pretty consistent times right now. 1 minute 22s all the time. Who is this? Norris. He must have spun. We will have to go and have a look at that. He did. He must have missed his breaking point. So, could this be our chance to get 5th place? No one get too excited. Cross your legs and your toes. Let's hope we can get through this. No one start cheering until we are across that finish line. Because we all remember what Norris is like. He is very aggressive and very quick. If we can just try and keep him out of the DRS for this lap. He's got to be fuming about that one. It's the final lap. He has to be fuming. The GP was won by Lewis Hamilton. But the battle for 5th is not over. He's right on us. If we had one more lap, we would have lost this position. But luck strikes at different times. This might be our good streak. Coming out of the final corner for the final time. 5th place.
A real team effort which has paid off in spades. A great victory here at the Spanish Grand Prix. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
With a safety car
What a
completely
fifth
changed
place
the race,
win.
didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows
Carlos
who take top
Sainz,
spot.
Lewis
A well-earned
Hamilton,
victory
and Max
for
Verstappen.
Mercedes.
Alright, no one really cares. No one else cares about that
That
video.
lead at the top of the table has shrunk somewhat today. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
It's got to be Lando Norris, hasn't it? Smooth, confident and assured. I've got no doubt that he and his team are going to be over the moon with his performance today.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Did anyone else hear that? Aston Martin pushing themselves up the ladder. They are both sitting out of the points. And they both went down. Lance Stroll lost a position, and Sebastian Vettel from 10th to 14th. How are they going? Oh my Jesus. Why is Haas not being recognised for the fact that I am now closing in on Sergio Perez? And Haas are sitting 5th in the Constructor Championship. You cannot tell me that Haas are not doing a great job. I mean, don't get me wrong, my teammate's not helping at all. He's, yeah, not being the greatest help. But now we are not sitting down with Williams
Amazing
anymore.
performance out there.
Oh god.
I'm sure you're pretty happy with that.
No.
Your team must be ecstatic with how you're performing. You had a close battle today, didn't you?
He has been a bit of a thorn on my side, but
Great. Well, that's everything.
will be nice. But that was, in the end, a pretty good race. Podium finishes. He did get a fastest lap. Ooh. We're getting it. We're getting closer. No. What's your language? Oh yeah, I smell dinner. Yes. Food. Food's good. Food's good for everyone. Anyone, everyone. Just eat the right food. Food's good for you. Just got to learn what food is. So, it is Monaco that is up next, and I think we might need to leave that for Sunday. So, do join us all back coming Sunday. Because it could probably get a little bit complicated coming into, yeah. Not ready for it. But we've got some new developments on its way. Got the rear wing, the lightweight pistons, secondary wing flaps, and the weekly resources coming in soon. All before the Monaco Grand Prix. So do stay tuned and join us all back on Sunday at 12 o'clock during the day, Australian time, for the Monaco Grand Prix. There probably will be a different stream later tonight, probably Rainbow Six Siege. So if you're in tune for that one, stay around and yeah, hit the notification bell. No worries. Thank you all for joining.